What's up guys, Andy here, and today we're reviewing over The Promised Neverland episode 11 titled 140146. Now, this episode kind of showed everything I could have ever asked for from last week's little tease, but so much stuff happened. The escape is already undergoing, that's the biggest thing. Ray literally went crazy, they outsmarted Mom for a moment. Phil, I don't know what the fuck that kid's doing, but I feel like it's going to be huge, and we'll talk about that in a moment, but holy shit, was this episode amazing. This series is turning around to be one of my favorites I think I've ever watched, and it's for a good reason. This show has, made me rethink everything I thought I knew about anime, because, this genre isn't really big on me. When I started this series, I was like, I don't know about it. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I love it. And there was a cute scene here that happened where Norman was holding Emma's back when they were about ready to start, but other than that, let's just get right into this episode because, oh my god, there's a lot to talk about. Anyway though guys, if y'all do enjoy this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the video in 10 seconds, so see you there. Peace out. And peace back in, because we start off with our intro and then we go straight into the title card here, which it correlates out to January 14, 2046. And we cut back in and Emma basically says, I'm never ever going to give up, because she's telling Ray what Mom told her about, how she should just give up and, live her life out happily. And Emma's not on board with that because she wants everyone to escape. And then she tells Ray everything is prepared, and at that point we didn't really know what she meant. We'll get into that a little bit more here in a minute, but she tells him everything is ready to go right now, and he says, let's go tonight. It'd be easier this way because we could actually save all the babies, and even though I don't agree with taking everybody, this is the way to go. And he tells her his plan of how he's got all this fire and he's going to set the house on fire and stop everything. And she's like, well, what if that don't stop her? And then he tells her, my plan here, I'm going to catch myself on fire. She won't leave her most valuable merchandise behind. This was a powerful scene just because I love Ray's character and he literally went crazy here. There was some scenes that I don't think I got anywhere. You could just see the crazy in his eyes. And he tells Emma, he's like, I don't enjoy reading or studying, but I endured it the past 12 years and worked so hard to become the most valuable item she has. That way I could do this for you all to escape. And he tells her, don't let me and Norman die in vain. And at that point I was like, Ray's really gonna die here, because I still firmly believe that Norman is alive. I firmly believe that. But Ray, if he literally catches himself on fire, he's done. And he says, it was a life he hated. He hated this life. But he had fun with everyone, and he wants everyone to escape, and he deserves this because how he watched all of his, friends die. And we cut over to Mom, and ever since that first episode with Connie dying in the humming has got me fucked up. Her humming is so fucking spooky, it's insane. But she's just walking around the babies humming, and everything's going perfect, and nothing's wrong. And then out of nowhere, she marks off the calendar Ray's birthday, and she says, happy birthday, goodbye. And then all of a sudden you hear Emma yelling Ray. And at this point, we knew he dropped the match, and the fire started. But Mom's looking around on her tracking device and determines, wait, Ray caught himself on fire. Where's the other kids? And she tells everyone to go outside. And that's when she finds the ear. And this kind of points that, Ray is still alive. We cut back over and Emma catches the flame and she says, sorry, but I'm not going to let you die. Not me nor the other children. Because Emma has been prepping these last 2 months insanely. Like, I don't even, like, it's insane to think. So, we cut back to these two kids. I can't remember their names, but I think it's Tommen and something else. And they're like, all right, here's everything you need. We're all good to go. So they bring in, like, a shirt and a bunch of meat that'll set off a certain smell of flesh being burnt. And they set up the decoy, and they all head out. And we cut over to Emma telling Ray about Norman's plan, and that she knew all along what Ray was gonna do, and that's why she prepped for this exact response. And Dawn and Gilda have been working hard too, because they sealed off Mom's room before they did this, to where she couldn't communicate to headquarters, and it would look like this was just a huge fire. Now, on a side note, what I do want to say is Dawn and Gilda have done a huge part. For the past 2 months, they've been taking the load, because they've done all of the, recruiting while Emma played like she had given up, and so did Ray. She was kind of just, off to the side while Dawn and Gilda were doing all this stuff, so they're like being expensively valuable pieces right here. And she tells them, Emma was, pretending to give up, and she was giving all the instructions everyone needed. And Ray asks, she's like, how do all these kids know? And he's like, well, we told them. Some of them may not have believed us, but when we heard them talk or listen to Sister Chrome's room, how over-exaggerated her character was, they heard the plans. They heard everything. And then Mom cuts back and she's like, everything's burning, but they're still alive. Emma and Ray, and I'm not going to let my valuable children die. And then we get the final scene. Phil comes out. And he's just like, Mom, I don't know what Phil's deal is, but I feel like he's kind of like Ray. Except for he's not double backing with her. He's like actually on her side. Because like Phil has always been a character that I've been sus about, but this really proves it. He's not with the escape room. I think he's going to take her and show them where they're escaping. So I don't know. That's the end of the episode. Very good episode. I'm so happy that this went the way it did. This episode could not have been done any better, in my opinion. But yeah, that's it, gang. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair, going nowhere, I swear.